Hi friends, I hope so you all are fine. So today, in this video we will talk about Jesus the Son of God. So let's start with the introduction. The figure of Jesus Christ holds a central place in the religious, cultural, and historical landscape of the world. For billions of people, Jesus is not just a historical figure but a divine entity whose life, teachings, death, and resurrection have profound significance. In this exploration, we will delve into the life of Jesus, examining the historical context, his teachings, and the impact he has had on various aspects of human civilization. Historical context. To understand Jesus, one must first consider the historical context of his time. Jesus of Nazareth, commonly referred to as Jesus Christ, is believed to have been born around the turn of the 1st century in Bethlehem, a small town in the Roman province of Judea. This period was marked by Roman rule, and the Jewish people were under the influence of both Roman authorities and their own religious leaders. Birth and early life. The Gospels of Matthew and Luke narrate the story of Jesus' birth. According to Christian tradition, he was born to Mary, a young Jewish woman, and Joseph, her husband. The circumstances surrounding his birth, including the virgin birth and the visit of the Magi, are significant elements of the Christian narrative. Ministry and teachings. Baptism and the beginning of ministry. Jesus' public ministry is said to have begun with his baptism by John the Baptist in the Jordan River. This event is considered a pivotal moment in his life, marking the beginning of his public proclamation. Sermon on the Mount. Central to Jesus' teachings is the Sermon on the Mount, found in the Gospel of Matthew. This sermon is a compilation of Jesus' ethical and moral teachings, including the Beatitudes, which outline virtues such as humility, mercy, and peacemaking. Parables and miracles. Throughout his ministry, Jesus is said to have taught through parables, short stories with moral or spiritual lessons. These parables often conveyed profound truths about God's kingdom and the nature of human relationships. Additionally, accounts of Jesus performing miracles, such as healing the sick and feeding the multitudes, are prevalent in the Gospels. Controversies and confrontations. Jesus' teachings, especially those challenging established religious norms and the authority of the religious elite, led to confrontations with the Pharisees and other religious leaders. His emphasis on love, compassion, and inclusivity contrasted with the rigid legalism of the time. Death and resurrection. The climax of Jesus' earthly life is marked by his arrest, trial, crucifixion, and subsequent resurrection. Christians believe that through his death and resurrection, Jesus atoned for humanity's sins, offering salvation and eternal life to those who believe in him. Theological perspectives. Divinity and humanity. One of the profound mysteries surrounding Jesus is the theological concept of the Incarnation, the belief that Jesus is both fully divine and fully human. This duality is encapsulated in the Nicene Creed, a foundational statement of Christian faith developed in the 4th century. Atonement theories. Christian theology grapples with the question of atonement, how Jesus' death reconciles humanity with God. Various theories, including the ransom theory, satisfaction theory, and the more contemporary moral influence theory, seek to explain the significance of the crucifixion. Historical controversies and quests. Historical Jesus versus Christ of faith. Scholars engage in a perennial quest to distinguish between the historical Jesus, the figure who walked the dusty roads of ancient Palestine, and the Christ of faith, the divine figure venerated by religious traditions. Historical critical methods and the examination of ancient texts aim to uncover the authentic words and deeds of Jesus. Gospel narratives and synoptic problem. The Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John present varying perspectives on Jesus' life and teachings. The Synoptic Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, share common material, giving rise to the synoptic problem. Scholars seek to understand the relationships between these texts and their sources. Jesus in different religious perspectives. Christianity. For Christians, Jesus is the central figure of their faith. The New Testament, comprised of the Gospels, letters, and other writings, serves as the foundational text. Different Christian denominations emphasize various aspects of Jesus' teachings, sacraments, and the role of Mary, his mother. Islam. In Islam, Jesus is revered as a prophet, born of the Virgin Mary. However, Islamic theology differs in rejecting the crucifixion and resurrection, asserting that Jesus was not divine but a messenger of God. Judaism. While Jesus was born into a Jewish family and lived within a Jewish cultural context, Judaism does not consider him the Messiah. Jesus' teachings, which sometimes challenged existing Jewish practices, led to divisions between his followers and mainstream Judaism. Cultural impact. Art and literature. Jesus' life and teachings have inspired countless works of art, literature, and music. From Renaissance masterpieces to contemporary films, artists have explored the profound themes of faith, redemption, and the human condition through depictions of Jesus. Western civilization. The impact of Jesus on Western civilization is immeasurable. His teachings, particularly the ethical principles espoused in the Sermon on the Mount, have influenced legal systems, moral philosophy, and societal values. Social justice movements. The principles of justice, compassion, and equality found in Jesus' teachings have served as catalysts for social justice movements throughout history. Figures like Martin Luther King Jr. drew inspiration from Jesus' message in their quest for civil rights and equality. Conclusion. In conclusion, Jesus of Nazareth stands as a towering figure whose life and teachings have left an indelible mark on humanity. Whether approached from a religious, historical, or cultural perspective, the significance of Jesus transcends boundaries, inviting ongoing exploration and contemplation. As diverse as the interpretations and beliefs about Jesus may be, his enduring impact remains a testament to the power of ideas and the capacity of one individual to shape the course of history.